out that this is my first video on my YouTube, and I wanted to start a glow up series today because if anybody knows anything about glowing up, it's me. Today's episode, my first episode, I wanted it to be about an everything shower and how I do them and everything that I use on my hair. And I figured today would be a perfect day because I've got to wash my hair, I've got to do everything, and then afterwards we'll talk about aftercare and my skincare. Okay, I'm putting in a scalp rinse because I usually do this, like, I try to every 2-3 weeks, maybe even once a month at the most, or at the least, yeah. Because I use a lot of dry shampoo because I've got very greasy hair, and so I use a lot of dry shampoo, I use a lot of hairspray, and I try and scrub this in. I leave it in a little bit before my shower, and then I gotta go start my water and get my towels out, and then when I get in, I scrub all of it out, and I try and clean my scalp really good and make sure that everything's clean. And so when I style my hair or put any hairspray or dry shampoo in it, it stays clean and it's not continuing to build up. Okay, editing me here, so I had to do a voiceover for this. I was talking, but the shower was just too loud, you couldn't hardly hear me. So I'm gonna voice over this next few minutes, seconds, you get it. I started out washing my hair twice with the Rose Hips Herbal Essences shampoo, and then I went in with my L'Oreal Shine Boosting Conditioner. I love this stuff. And then I went with a hair mask, and this stuff's really nice, and it takes about 5 minutes to set in, and I'm gonna tell you guys a few things about what to do while you're waiting for it. While you wait, I guess you can do quite a few things. You could do a body scrub like I did, and you can clean under your toenails and your fingernails and make sure that all that's clean. And then you can also, I guess, make sure that you have, I don't know, actually, I don't do too much when I do wait for my hair masks. I usually just do my body scrub and I have a little shower concert, and that's about it really. So it's just, I guess, whatever you want to do. I can put up a few more options on the screen. Here, like I said, with the body scrub, I used this, and oh my gosh, guys, this stuff smells so good. And after I rinsed out my hair mask, I used the key lime pie in the body wash instead, and oh my gosh, y'all, this smells so good. Then I shaved, and this is my brand new Venus razor. I just got a new one, and it is so good. And I used the Victoria's Secret Pink Apple body oil, but I forgot, or shaving oil. Okay, I'm out, and I'm dried myself off, and I always try and do my skin first because my skin is the quickest to dry out. What are you doing? I do my skincare first, and I wash my face because it gets driest the quickest and my skin can wait. So as of washing my face, I have really dry skin and really greasy hair. Doesn't make sense, I'll explain that in a minute, but I was using, like, these are samples, sorry, but I was using the La Roche-Posay Gentle Foaming Cleansing Oil for dry to extra dry skin, and I was still so dry. I found this under my cabinet, and this is when I was a Stranger Things fanatic and a Millie Bobby Brown fanatic, so we went and got face wash, and it's clarifying face wash, which in my opinion I think dries you out more, but it's been really good, and my skin's not flaking as bad. It's a foam, and it's really nice, and that's what I've been using every morning, every night. So yeah, and I'm really happy about it, and it leaves my skin very nice. So that's what we're going to be using. Okay, now that my skin's semi-wet, because it always says to rub into damp or wet skin, and that's what we're doing. And it says to use 2 pumps, so that's what I've always done. And I just kind of rub it everywhere, really. The only notes on it says avoid contact with eyes. So, but that's about it for washing my face. All I do is wash it in this, and then I rinse it, and I move on to my skincare. So, okay, clear, dry skin. So now I usually go in with stuff that I was using before last year's May. Mostly because I got on an acne medicine and I stopped using what I was using because it was too harsh on my skin. And so now I use what's left of it until we get new stuff and until I guess I figure out what I'm going to use on my skin. But it's been doing really good and I have no issues with it. It hydrates, but it gets rid of redness. I'm going to show you. Hold on. It's the Paula's Choice clear stuff, and it's step 2. I don't use the face wash. And it's anti-redness exfoliating solution. And it's got salicylic acid in it. Did I say that right? And it helps unclog my pores and whatever else is up in here, which is always great. And it's kind of like a toner, but it's not exactly a toner either. It has the consistency of a watery, milky toner, but that's okay. And I really like it. It's nice and I have no problems, and it keeps my skin clear. And I know my skin looks really red after I said it doesn't make you red, but that's mostly because I'm hot and I've been rubbing on my face a lot. It is really hot in here. I might go turn on the fan. Okay, band's on. That's done. And so then I moisturize and we'll get on to my body. Okay, for my moisturizer, I use the CeraVe dry, the very dry skin. I think everyone's seen this lotion at least once in their life, and if they haven't, where are you at? If you have YouTube, then why haven't you seen this? I use about that much. I use a lot because I have very dry, scaly skin up at my face. But that's okay because if I can keep the dryness away, we're all happy. And it makes my skin really shiny and dewy looking, so you know, before I put on makeup, my skin is pretty nice looking. Then Carmex. Carmex is my life. It's not anything fancy, but it's so good. It's unreal. When I was on my acne medicine, it causes very dry skin. I don't know if I have any pictures of it, but it leaves me so dry, and it was really bad there for a while. And I would carry around pots of Carmex with me because it was the only thing that would soothe my dry skin with irritation and inflammation about it, and it was just not good, and it felt awful. And my skin was cracking, my lips were cracking, my face was dry and flaking so bad I couldn't wear makeup hardly. And at the time, my dad had open heart surgery, and so we were going to the hospital a lot, and so I had to put on makeup either way, and my skin was super dry, and I was living off Carmex. I went through I don't know how many tubes of it, and nothing, not Vaseline, not Aquaphor, nothing could do it like Carmex could. It was so good. It was really great. And so now I got to move on to my body. Okay, before we move on to my body, I got paid a visit. Oh no, stop. Hi. Stop, wave at the camera. Hi. Stop. Okay, can't you tell we're sisters? Don't you see the resemblance here? We look just alike, trust me. next I'm going to do a nice collagen lip mask and relax with that on, because I don't do lip masks or eye mask. Oh, it's so jelly-like. Ugh. Feels like Jello. Ah. Okay, so that was the longest 10 minutes of my life. But, ew, the lips look good though. But what is this? Can I pull it? Oh, you don't see that. Nasty. But my lips look good, so I guess now more Carmex, and that's it. Okay, and lastly, I believe on my list is my moisturizing, not just for my face or my body, for my feet and sometimes for my hands. And as much as I love Carmex, the only thing that I will use Vaseline on is my feet. I literally had to mark it because I was putting out my joints because my joints were getting really dry at the one time, I think just like a month ago. And so I marked which one I used on top. And so if you see the writing on it, that's why. And I take a lot of this. So let me get my socks really quick and I'll explain. Okay, to explain is these socks, I got them at McDonald's Grinch meal, but they're worth it, okay? They're very comfortable, and what I do is, as you can see, I use this Vaseline a lot. Let me see if I can move this down on the floor, and I'll show better. Okay, now that we're down on the floor, I can lift up my leg a little better and show you. I take my Vaseline, and I take a pretty good thick chunk of it, and I put it on the, I still can't lift my feet up. I put that on the bottom of my feet. My feet really, my toenails need painted, don't look at those. But I put it on the bottom of my feet and I put socks on. And I wear it around for a few hours. It's currently, I think, around 5, maybe 6. And so usually I do this later in the night and I go to sleep with my socks on. I know some people are against that, but it's worth it for smooth, soft feet. Trust me, it is. And technically you're just giving yourself a slight massage while you do it because it feels really nice to rub in, and the aftermath is always worth it. I can't talk. Smooth, soft feet are so worth it. I have, I guess, really dry, kind of calloused feet. I know it sounds really gross, but I do. And I know multiple people do and they don't know how to fix it. And from what I've had, this is what fixes it. And now I put my socks on and I just do that. And I do it for my other foot. See, they're Christmas socks from a McDonald's meal, but they're really nice and they're really good for this. So I have no problems with it because all my socks are really nice socks and I really didn't want to mess them up. And so I just put on my little Grinch socks and that's it. And so I'll do that for my other foot, and that's about it. So, you know. Okay, both of my socks are on, and that means all I gotta do is let them sit now, but I believe that's all. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Bye.